So you kiss somebody, you have actually had sex with them.
Hey.
Yes. Yes, it's not me. I wish it was me. That love that most people think keeps a marriage is eros. The love that keeps a marriage is agape, which is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's called commitment. I have another question for Paul. Are you ready to marry this beautiful lady in 2 or 3 years? Now, if looking is equal to sex, then how much more kissing? Oh, come on.
Yeah, we good.
Thank you.
You guys came far.
Yeah, so
A clack. The most powerful sexual organ, therefore, has moved away from the penis and the vagina. It is now the mind.
Hi guys, you're welcome to podcast with KK Baidoo. I'm Diana,
I am Caleb NK.
Seraphim here.
and we are here with our very, very special Rev KK Baidoo.
Good to be here. Good to be here. It's really exciting. And I like how everybody is looking exquisite.
Thank you.
You guys came
thank
far.
you. Yeah, so
A clack.
Yeah, so I've been wondering, Seraphim, how was your Valentine?
Yeah. That was good. I went on a date.
oh, distance.
It was good. So we went to this paintball place around Marina Social Welfare.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a few drinks.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Not alcoholic.
Oh, wow. We trust you.
We had a few drinks.
Mhm.
We went to get dinner at some country around Atomic.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
And I went to my room, sir.
Wow.
Congratulations. I've not forgotten you.
I was home. I was home. So someone gifted me a chocolate that day. So I ate it with my
It's
mom.
what chocolates?
Oh, golden tree.
Wow.
Golden tree. Yeah.
Going tree.
So I wasn't left out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Praise God.
No, wait. You want to know what you did? What did you do on
Praise
that day?
God. Praise God. Me? I
Yeah.
was home.
What did you do?
Hey.
What?
Mm-hmm. What did you do?
What I got?
Yeah, please.
Oh,
How do you use?
is
Hey.
evidence.
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Oh, you can tell
Okay,
us.
so-
Tell us.
Aaron,
Oh.
Yeah, oh, yes. I want to hear you.
I didn't know. It was a very nice surprise.
Oh,
My first
wow.
is also
Okay.
surprise.
Wow.
Wow.
Very, very surprising.
Wow.
I had some jewelry, some shoes, not these.
Wow.
Yes, I was it's not
Bougie,
these.
Wow.
bougie.
I'll release it.
She's married.
Hey.
I had some. What did I get again?
All from one person?
One person.
Mm.
Chocolate, champagne.
Wow.
Hey, just
You
say.
said it very nicely. Thank you. Now everybody knows.
Oh, I got
Wow.
cupcakes too.
Oh,
They
Oh.
were nice. I had one.
interesting.
Okay.
And I got chobla.
You didn't give me.
It's not my fault. I went home. I went to a face mask and a couple of things.
Hey.
Wow.
The same
Wow.
person. Wow.
Then it was
Wow.
packaged. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank God. Wow.
Hey,
It's
the flowers
fine.
are
I hear
It's
fine.
fine.
Ghanaian ladies don't like flowers.
Yeah,
so-
they like KK. They like KK.
It's an experience. Yeah. Have you gotten flowers before?
Faith.
They prefer
Yeah.
to eat KK than flowers. So
Kinky. No. Reverend, how was your Valentine?
Yeah, well, it was very, very calm. You know, my wife is recuperating, so we had a good time at home. But most of the time, for the past how many years? More than 10 years, we've chosen to do our Valentine. I mean, I get the only privilege. I'm the only person in the whole world to celebrate Valentine's Day twice in the year. Yes, because my wife is called Val. So there's 2 Val's Day. So
bye.
2 Val's Day. So this normally around this time, because we travel around the universities, we sacrifice the original Val's Day for students, and then
Wow.
there we do the Real Vows Day on 1st December, which is her birthday. Yeah, so it's been like that for a while. It was difficult in the early days trying to adjust that we don't have time for ourselves during that time, but well, the day can be moved. Thankfully, God has blessed me with her name, so that gives us that opportunity. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Very
so cool.
powerful.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so actually I got to this birthday was in the high school St. Louis, and I got to sing for the girls. It was really good in the night, the same vows day night.
When you sang for the girls.
Yes,
Hey.
I sang. Yeah, I asked them to talk to their. So I did an instant song. So all of them, they should talk to their future husbands. So 4 people randomly, and I made a song with it. Yeah.
Clark
Reverend,
is
I'll see
Clark
you
is.
Reverend, I'll see you for mine after here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. On the same issue of love, I've got a very interesting question here. And I read, Paul, an 18-year-old level 200 student at the University of Ghana, poses this question. I've developed a comfortable rapport with the classmates since level 100, often sitting together in class and discussing academic matters. However, this semester, I've begun to experience romantic feelings for her. Her presence now makes me somewhat self-conscious, and our interactions feel slightly awkward. Should I express my true emotions to her?
Well, I'm not even. I could, if you had stopped the question at the beginning, I could have finished it for you. Because you see, it's not a miracle that Paul is feeling the romantic feelings for her. It's just, they are when you spend time with someone, you see, the most powerful thing that makes love, the whole romantic feelings come about, is communication. So the more you are hearing from him, that's why God asks us to pray. The more you're hearing and talking to someone, you will fall in love with the person. It's not even rocket science. It's not a miracle. It is, you can almost predict it, that if 2 people are spending a lot of time, and especially if that time they are spending together is exclusive, as they are learning together, I'm sure when they are going to learn, they'll grab something, a bite of something. They talk a lot. They will not talk only about the academics and everything. They get to know each other. Now, because they share a special bond, you will see that when something happens, likely they'll be the first to know amongst each other. They're going to fall in love. So it's normal to have just go ahead and express your feelings. But I will say here, little caution. You take your time. Why do you have to take your time? Because you see, in this world, you are also going to be meeting many people that you are going to spend time with them. For example, I work with Sabina and Grace, who's here. I spend a lot of time with them. So what? So what? Now, if my principle is, if I go by that principle that if I spend time with someone and I start developing anything, then I tell the person. No. So that's where the problem is. We need to, and I love what Paul says in, Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. He says that I have learned to be a person who I've been in lack and I've been in plenty, but I've learned to be constant, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you need to be a person that when you have plenty and when you have small, you are, that's not what changes you. You are still constant, and that's a very important thing that I'll say to Paul. So, but my question, I have another question for Paul. Are you ready to marry this beautiful lady in 2 or 3 years? And that's my first question. My second question is, have you tested what you are feeling? You say romantic feelings. I want to name it for you. I call it a crush. So my question is, that crush you are experiencing, have you tested it? Now, if it has not been tested, then you don't have the right to go forward, because crushes are ephemeral. By that, it's like the dew of the morning. By 6:37, it's gone. And now you are stuck with a decision you made based on something that is passing away. That's very dangerous. So those are my two initial thoughts for Paul. Other than that, if he tests it, and later on maybe we'll get to talk about all the crash management techniques. But when he tests it and he's fine with it, and he has part of the crash management includes talking to a wise counselor, why not? And he can go ahead. That is if he's ready to marry her in 2 or 3 years. Yeah. No, when I wrote this book, Kiss or Miss My Crush, I thought actually at that time I was writing it only for teenagers. But I've learned over the years that this is actually a great book for all time. Why? Because I've realized that crushes are not limited to only teenagers. And actually, my initial book, when I wrote on crushes, was only one book, but I've, over the years, written 2 books, different books on crushes. Then this one is about crush management. Now, crushes was my first book to write because I really wanted it to be that I got to realize that most of the relationships people enter into are premature and unwarranted. And if only they knew how to manage those strong feelings that come and make it so clear and apparent that it's love when it's actually not. The key to really knowing that is through crush management. I recommend this book to you. It's an easy read. You can finish it in, those who are very fast readers, in about 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you should be done. But its lessons and advantage will be for a lifetime. This is the book that could stand between you and an unwanted pregnancy. This book could be what can stand between you and a relationship that would bring your family into disaster. This is the book that can help you safeguard your future presidency and make sure that it didn't happen between you and that person because you managed the crash. Kiss or Miss is a book for you. Get one copy everywhere you buy your books. It will be a blessing. God bless you.
2 or 3 years. So that puts him at level.
Well, it's still in level 100. It's still in level 100. How much time? Maybe
now in
hours.
level 200. Yes.
So
Yeah,
should be done with school by then.
Yeah, well, but the average boys in Ghana is different. Ghana, because of our economic, I went to a school in Rochester in Minnesota, the famous Mayo Clinic, their medical school. I went there to lead a Bible study there. Most of the people, they were all married. 21-year-olds, they were married. Yeah. And one guy was married, actually, brought the wife. He was with the wife in the school. He was 21.
He's how old are you?
I've passed that age.
But you see, the problem
I'm
is
old
that,
enough.
but the problem is that those people, by 15, you can start working in Walmart. You can start working more at Walmart and earn some very good money. In fact, most people by 16, 17, you can buy your first car. Yeah, which is not very expensive though. Some of these cars, you can get them like 2,000, between 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, by quite after 5,000, you get a very good car. And they are driving, yeah. Well, I mean, many years ago when I went there, I got a little girl, 15 and a half. She was driving this Ford that we use for Accra, Cape Coast. Yeah. That's what she was bringing to camp.
Wow.
Yeah. 15, and when she gets down so miserable, and I said, wow, you're driving that. So now, you can save a lot of money. If your parents are also rich, they can help you out. So 21, you can marry. If you start making money from age 15 or 16, you can marry. And there is not like as well. I asked them about wedding cost. It's almost similar to the cost we spend here. But the only challenge is that the parents come in to support, and then they don't have that. They can also do that quick one, go and sign and civil wedding. Yeah. So they have those options. The party usually is done by families, so it helps. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And Reverend, I also have another interesting question, but I would like to add my question to it. It says, why can't we have premarital sex? But I want to also ask, what actually is premarital sex?
Well, premarital sex is, I will expand it and I will know people will not be happy. I'm sorry. Any
Tell
form
them.
of, and here, I don't know if I can. Well, I go raw. I go raw in my.
Feel free.
We like it like that.
people tell me that the audio podcast, the reason why they like it is that I go raw.
Yeah.
So hey.
Yeah.
It is not penis entering vagina alone. No, it's more than that. And I wish it were my own words. This is Jesus' own words in Matthew 5:27-28. He says it and says it out clearly. He says, if you look at a woman lustfully, the opposite is true. A man looking at a woman. He says, you have heard in the past that do not commit adultery. But I tell you, anyone who looks at a woman, so here, the most powerful sexual organ, therefore, has moved away from the penis and the vagina. It is now the mind. That's the most powerful sexual organ now, because now, if you look, then you have already done it. And the word there is already, if you check the Bible, already. Meaning that you have finished. You by looking, you have finished. You've seen a butt. And many years ago, I met a certain girl who also said when he looks at boys' butts, he gets a turn on. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, that was very. Most boys don't even have it, except one or two few. But I wonder how a girl will get a turn on that. But so you look, it's already done. So that is that. So in a very extreme sense, you say that is it. But then you can accommodate things like grinding, or what we call grinding. I don't know, depending on the country you are listening from, grinding, they have different names. I've forgotten the South African one. But so kissing will be included. So you kiss somebody, you have actually had sex with them.
Hey.
Yes, it's not me. I wish it was me. Now, if looking is equal to sex, then how much more kissing? Come on.
Exactly.
Yes.
What about the type of kiss?
Yeah.
Well, we will exclude the lip, the
forehead,
the
and the cheeks.
forehead, all those. Well, no. I was excluded. Let me be careful before it gets out of hand. I even for the lip one. Many years ago, I went to France and I met this taxi driver from Algeria. And a friend, he had been there in France the previous time I wasn't with him. And so he was introducing me to him. And oh, wow. Before I could realize a boy kissed me on the lip, but it wasn't deep. It was. And that year, I got 2 kisses on my lips. But it wasn't deep. But another woman too I met, I was introduced her. Before I could say Jack, but it's later on I got to know some of these people. They have French, especially. They have some of these. Yes, a friend of mine also told me that he went to introduce a very good friend of Valeria and I went to introduce the wife to the father. Yeah, the father kissed the wife on the lip.
Hey.
But it wasn't, that kiss is not saliva with eyes closed. No. I've seen that in South Africa, among the colored people, they do that a lot. So that one is excluded. And the Bible calls, the Romans 16:16 talks about the holy kiss. And that is it. So a holy kiss once is a greeting. That is a greeting. You understand? And that is excluded from all the other types of kissing. This one is romantic, or normally called the French kiss. The deep one, saliva is exchanged, eyes are closed, hands are probing. Yes. That one is sex. It's sex. Because you don't, and anyone who challenges me on that, I wish someone would do it to your husband or your wife.
Yeah.
And if you'll be fine, so be it. Yeah. So now let's talk about what's wrong with premarital sex. First of all, God says it's wrong. And it's not me. Once again, if Jesus says you have already committed adultery, then that's it. And if you read the Genesis account, in Genesis 1, 27-28, God himself asked them to be fruitful and multiply after he had joined them together. So it's not before. So sex is after the marriage. And the Bible, 1 Corinthians 7, 1 and 2, 8 and 9, also talks about how sex needs to be in marriage and not outside of it. We'll talk about why later, but we want to focus on why it is wrong. Now, so that's the first one. God says it is not. So, and God is wiser than all of us, people. God is wiser. He created the machine, the human machine, and he says, don't use this product outside of the confines of marriage. I see the wisdom here that sex is like fire. It's a very good thing. But it's in the house, the whole house. Fire is in only one room. That's the kitchen. Even in the kitchen, it's in only one small portion of the kitchen where it is controlled. You understand what I'm saying? So that's also one thing that needs to be done. Then that's the first one. God says no. Then the second thing is that, sex by its nature, if you have sex before you get married, what then happens is that you are going to, I normally have a saying that I say that the self-control you develop before you marry is the one you will use in marriage. Why? Because self-control is not a gift. It's a fruit. The Philippians 4:12 that I quoted, Paul used the word, I have learned to be what? To have plenty and to have small. You have to learn it. Philippians 4:12 says you learn. It's not something if you're a person that you don't learn how to have it little and have small, have little and a lot, then what is going to happen is that, look at it. It says, I know what it is to be in need, and I have learned the secret. So self-control is a learning. So if you don't learn, and maybe we felt like it and you did it, then what is going to happen is that after marriage, you are now going to have a problem because you have not learned how to do self-control. The next time you are feeling it in the office you are a nurse and there's a doctor, you do it. You have a secretary and a boss, you do it because you have not learned it. So that's one of the major reasons. I don't know if that, because so then what happens is that then premarital sex becomes the progenitor or the precursor to extramarital affairs. Most times, if I go to any marriage and somebody is struggling with, I see that the man is struggling extramarital, I ask them, did you have premarital sex? Most of the time, it's like that because it's not a gift. According to Galatians chapter 5, verse 22, self-control is a fruit, and fruit requires seeds, it requires planting, it requires watering, it requires weeding. And the art of learning it is what, because I was not privileged to marry as a virgin, but when I found Valeria, she was, and I said, hey, let me learn this thing with Valeria. And so when we do our boundaries, I said, I'm not even going to hold her hand unless we are crossing the road. Yeah. And by the grace of God, that's how come I've come this far. Because I work with a lot of very young, beautiful people like you. And then that's why the boundaries are still holding, because the boundaries were learned. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So looking at boundaries, as you mentioned, it takes me back to what Paul said. And the question is, if I don't see marriage in the next 2 or 3 years, can't I just be cool with anyone I'm crashing on and have a very good relationship? Because in the end, all these boundaries destroy good relationships.
It's not true. It's never true. Boundaries never destroy relationships. They actually, Diana, I've known you for how many years? There's a boundary. The boundary actually protects the relationship. If I didn't have boundaries with you and I did something stupid with you, the relationship would have been destroyed by now.
Yeah.
Who told you that boundaries is great? Boundaries are great. So the boundaries are, there are 3 boundaries actually. The first boundaries are the God has given us, and that's, you see, is love. And so there are 3 types of love: agape, phileo, and eros. Those are the main boundaries we are supposed to have in our relationship. So the agape boundary is the boundary that we give to human beings as a human being. So everybody that's a human being, except demons, we can't love demons. So those are the people on that boundary, they are off. We can't love them. And if last time someone came to ask me, the guy who is struggling with substance abuse came to ask me, doesn't the devil get tired and have mercy? I said, you are beginning to love the devil. The devil doesn't have mercy. He came to steal, kill, and destroy. Yeah. So don't go and buy anything of his. Not too long after, he went mad. Thankfully, he's back.
Amen.
I warned him. The devil wants to finish you. So that's it. That's the first boundary. Then the second boundary is filial. It's brothers and families, family and friends, which Hebrews 13:1 says, "Let brotherly love continue." So that's Philadelphia, filio and adelphos. That's brotherly love amongst ourselves. Now that one too has a boundary. In that boundary, the Bible calls it in 2 Timothy 2:22. You pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the name of the Lord out of a pure heart. That's a boundary right there. So there you cut out those unbelievers. Of course, they are your friends, but you pray for them, you enjoy them, but they can't be within your close circle. No. If it was a family, I could tell, but here I can't say, you're my best friend and it's from somewhere, it's from another religion, it's your bestie. Hey, are you okay? Pursue with those who call on the name of the Lord out of a pure heart. So, Pastor, they are my friends. I don't behave like me. Amos 3:3. You can't walk with someone unless you agree. There's something you agree with them. Don't lie. Don't lie. You agree with them. So that's why you walk with someone. So that is that. So it's very important that you start from there. So that's the boundary. So that's the second boundary. So it's with those, and in the same Galatians, it says, well, we should do good, especially to those in the body of Christ. So there should be a certain special, you should have a special affinity for people in the body of Christ. That's the second boundary. And there, everybody who is in the body of Christ belongs there. Yeah. That's my sister in the Lord. Caleb, you are my brother in the Lord. Diana, you are, and that's why we have daughters. Father, Paul was saying what? Timothy, you are my son. I begot you. Is it 1 Corinthians 4:15? I gave birth to you. You are my son. You understand what I'm your father. You understand? Now, so that's the second boundary. Then the last boundary is for only one person, Eros. The Bible says that in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, that what? A man who will leave his house, a mother and father, and be joined to wives or wife. One. But Pastor, how about polygamy in the Bible? There are plenty. Go and check all the polygamy. There was a favorite. Because there's no space for 2. 3 is a crowd when it comes to romance. Do you understand? You will always have a favorite. Yeah. You will always Sarah was still the guy. Hagar will go around. Yeah, Hagar may have very good sexual position. But you go back to Sarah because Sarah is the one. For even when Rachel was dead, Jacob was still loving her and her children. You understand? So that is it's for only one person. And in that boundary, one person, so that boundary is important. You need to draw that boundary. And until that person, you want to marry that person, don't open that boundary for anybody else. That boundary is very special. If you bring anybody there, it's on the marriage line. If it's not on marriage, we stop. We check, let counselors help you. And if that person is ready, we push that person in there. Yeah.
Pastor, I also have a question. So, all this immorality thing and everything, I feel like it all starts with your crush or love at first sight. And reading your book, you made mention that love is not a feeling, but it's a decision you make. But how can you make a decision to, if you see someone just passing on and you be like, oh, this person is nice. How is that a decision? Because we are human beings, and when we see something that we like about somebody, it becomes our first crush or our first love at first sight. So how does it become a decision? Like, I feel like it's slightly debatable or something.
You're right. I mean, I used to shout that a lot. That love is not a feeling, it's a decision. Until someone challenged me and said, hey, if you say love is only a decision, my mother loves me, I feel it. In fact, that day I didn't have an answer for the person. So I went to do a lot of research and I came up with the answer. And the answer is simple. Love is a feeling when you are receiving. But when you are love, you see, that many people think that love is a feeling. If you limit love to only a feeling, you will get it very wrong. Because then you will be a person that is very selfish, because you will be only on the receiving side. And the day you are not receiving, you think something is wrong. But love needs to still be there when you are still not receiving. You understand? Because that would tell you that, what you were talking about, I don't call it love. I will call it a crush. What you met somebody and you saw the person, the nose, or what did you see? The butt, the chest. What do you love about them? You felt something. That feeling is a crush. It can be love. It can be, I do know that, I'm still doing a lot of research on some of these things, because human beings, I know some people say I met somebody, I saw this one, I knew this is my wife. But even that, you didn't go and marry them tomorrow. No, you check it. And you check, and that checking is the decision part of the whole thing. I tell people, use your head. Later, you release your heart. Otherwise, if you go with your heart, one day when your head starts thinking, you will leave your, so let the feeling, I don't have any problem with the feeling, but test it. All crashes, what I saw in my Facebook, I ever wrote love at first sight. I challenged that theory and I said, you can't have, and I've told ladies, if someone meets you at the club, I love you, ask them, which part of me do you love? And most of the time, it's your vagina they love. Yeah, so let's face it. If that's what you love, then I'm ready for it. Then we realize that it's payment. We pay, you use it, and then I go. If not, then we know who you are. Then you are a prostitute. You sell sex. Mention it. So that we hide behind things. Then that's what it is. But if it is true love, let's build friendship. And let's check whether you are my true. Let's see how you are behaving. How do you relate with others? Let me see how you relate with your own mother. Let me see how you relate with your father. Let me see who are your friends. Let me check your profile, your Instagram. Who are your friends? What have you been posting? Now America crowd, they are checking what you have been posting before they allow you into their country. And you are allowing everybody into your house. Hey, you are not. So that's what I would say. Feelings fine, but check it. Otherwise, don't call it love. Because true love, I'll come back to the agape. Agape is a decision. Go and read the 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verse 4 to 8. None of this. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Which one of them is a feeling there? Love, somebody is hurting you. You are not keeping a record. Hey, me, I wanted to keep a record. When I got married, I wanted to keep a record.
Hey.
I wanted to keep a record because I refer. Hey, 4 August, 19, you step on my 5th January. You step on, you have done it again. If I was a stick crack, you would have felt something. You see, but love. The Bible says if you love, you don't keep that record. So where do you throw that record? It's a decision. You decide. You committed. I'm committed to Valeria. Whatever she does. Bishop Oyede posted, I've forgiven my wife 45 years ahead of time. Yes. Yes. So when she does anything, she said, charge the forgiveness account. It's gone. Yeah. It doesn't mean the person. Otherwise, if you just do feelings, one day you wake up, there will be no feelings. And I say to people that on the wedding day, those butterflies, those who depend on feelings, I said everybody is giving 5,000 butterflies on the day of their wedding. After you say I do, 1,000 die. Because then you realize that now you are locked with this person. You go, and if you don't take the person, remove their shoe and they're smelling, another 1,000 die. If he snores, another 1,000. You realize that the toothpaste, you like the toothpaste to be in the middle. They will start dying one by one until one day there will be no butterflies. Then what happens? But thankfully, if you go to agape where you can forgive, I call agape the butterfly making factory. You can go back, forgive the person, think nice about the person, and the butterflies come back again. Yeah.
My second question, leading to the agape love. and feeling. So, is it that lately people are just marrying out of their love at first sight, or the last one is because people will be like, oh, when I met this lady or when I met this gentleman, they take all my green flags. But as times goes on, the green flag turns to orange, then it turns to red at the end. So is it that they didn't have time to study, or they didn't have time to really know what they were feeling for themselves before they entered into marriage?
Yeah, the feelings can blind you. The feelings have, and that's why I tell people that I define crash management but as a sweet and strong emotional connection you have for someone as a result of a quality of the person that you have over magnified. It's really you that is doing all the over magnification, because the person, it was like Bluetooth ready to pair, and you opened it and somebody was around and you paired. Whether later on you sometimes, I remember I was at a certain program, somebody was trying to connect their phone to play music, and they had to come and announce, please, if you have paid there's somebody. Something it has connected to something, it doesn't care. Meanwhile, the real thing is supposed to connect is there. But they were begging people that please check your phone if you have connected automatically. That's how it is. So the feelings come and then they connect to things. And that's why I tell people that do crash management. And so crash management, so let me just quickly, I think I have to go over it. So in my book on Kiss or Miss, it's a very, very powerful book. You should get it. Now, Kiss or Miss says there are 5 ways in which you can test the crash. One of them is simple time. That's why I said you told me 3 minutes ago, one girl told me a guy helped her to get into a Trotsky. They sat down, I love you.
Hey.
Oh, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I love you. Why? Another girl was telling me sometime this week. She was walking, the person was in front of her. The guy turns around, I love you. Is that love is not love. He loves your vagina. It's your vagina he loves. You understand? So test it. So simple time. Let's get to know. I mean, a girl came to me, the guy saw the girl somewhere, and then said he wants to marry the girl. The guy said, I want to marry you, giddy giddy. I told the girl, madam, relax. Let's give 3 months and see. The guy was still giving price. I said, 3 months. I think it was March somewhere. I said, let's talk July. Just 2 months or a month or so ago, the girl called me and says, I don't think this is the guy. I've gotten to know me one day. The two of them spoke to me. I didn't even know when people fall in love. I don't like talking about God, otherwise I'll become a third person. But I waited for the girl to come to that place. The guy does not even respect who you are. Sees you as a very little girl. You understand? So the way he's talking, you should hear that he doesn't, But then if you rush, you get into trouble. Then the second one is talk to a good counselor. You see, you can't be a player and a referee in the same match. You won't do well. So you need a very neutral referee. Otherwise then those days when people, the guy who owns the ball, when we score his team, then he picks the ball, he said, we have closed. You should have someone who can tell you and you are open yourself to listen. Then the third way in which, I'll leave you to read the book. Yeah. Get the book.
Go and grab the book and read it.
Reverend.
Yeah.
I also remember, I've read your book, by the way.
Yeah.
It was very good. And I remember that you mentioned 2 types of crashes. You were like a loving crash and a lustful crash.
Yeah.
And this is personally me. This is me. And I was thinking that can a lustful love end up being loving? Because let's say I meet someone outside, and then this person likes me, and I know that it's the person likes me, yeah? But eventually I bring the person around, and the person understands that, oh, this is not how to like someone, right? So maybe the foundation of the whole relationship was lustful, but eventually, with a better company, yes. Now the person is thinking otherwise. Do you think it's legit? It's real that a lustful love can end up being loving?
Yeah, it can definitely. The company is everything, and the Bible says you will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And teachability is a very powerful thing, and that's one of the things. And nowadays, because the way I've taught a lot of my daughters, I know that if I don't release them to, they may not get any man to marry. So I've told them that all I want from you is get a guy who is teachable. And there are many. There's one older daughter of mine. He got this guy. The guy was not into the things of God very much, but he pushed the guy to me. I've been working with this guy for close to almost maybe like 15 years now.
Wow.
Like last time I met the guy, they named their third daughter, and I told the guy that, hey, I see that you may even be a minister of God. Yeah, because the guy, so people, many men are not discipled. Many men, and I feel a passion on my heart. That's why we started Men in Love with God and Family, to try and bring men together. And the many men have not been discipled, and the average man many men do not go to church. And so when those who go to church too many of them don't have people that they would have submitted themselves to, that is leading them. So if you find a man like that, and what is teachability? The person is willing to learn. Anybody who is teachable can grow. Yeah. We all, as little children, we didn't speak English. So they taught us, and now we can speak. We've added on to our lives. Yeah, so once you are teachable, we can add many things to your life, and you become a very wonderful person. I have many of my daughters have brought me very wonderful men that are teachable. Some of them are now so teachable, they would even do anything I say, even in my dreams, but it's just amazing. And I don't seek to control such people. I just want to let them know the truth, and the truth sets them free. So it can start that way, and it starts that way not because but that's what I mean. Then I'll have people, maybe they know everything, and then they are intentionally doing bad things. Then that one is different. But people who did not know, it's once they learn and they are able, you start seeing the signs that this person wants to learn. Oh wow! Oh, this is how it was. Oh, I didn't know that if you kiss it's sex. Oh, sorry. Or maybe they make a mistake one day, they kiss, but sorry. Teachability is powerful, and we can always learn. Yeah.
One more thing, I remember from your book again that cutting communication is like essential in crash management. But in all honesty, it's not easy.
I know.
I know. You don't just get, I'm supposed to cut communication. Let's be realistic. I don't think you tell me to cut communication and I'll genuinely take my phone and block them. It's hard. So how do you guys do it? Tell me.
Yes.
No, that's a good question. No, I get it. But that's what crash management is not for. It's only for wise people. It's for, Seraphim, let me tell you something. Maybe it's here now that you are saying, there could be, I don't want to use you, so let me use a hypothetical person, because I don't want that to happen to you. Your husband has gone to cheat. It's somebody's husband, a girl, your husband has gone to cheat on a woman. You want to forgive your husband and move on. What will you tell your husband? To continue talking to the woman?
No.
And your husband says, it's hard. It's hard. What will you tell him? Yes. You learn. You see, crash management is for wise people. And why? Because crash management is counterintuitive, I always say. Because, Charlie, I'm hungry in the middle of Amazon forest. And I see hot KFC right there in the middle of where I've been walking for 2 weeks. I've not seen any human being. I see KFC in the middle of the bush. Do I just pick it and eat it? You think it depends. Yeah. But you are hungry. But you will think twice. Is it a trap? Is it somebody that has been following me? Yeah. What is this? The person knows I'm hungry. Is it juju? Is it anything? What is it? Then you might say, wow. It's not every food I must eat. Then you start thinking. Because you are hungry, you are not following your feelings. You go to Accra Mall, you are feeling like wee-weeing. Wee-weeing can be done in only one place in that mall.
Yeah.
No matter how much you are feeling, you don't just get to where Milo is and start pouring it on Milo. So, well, Charlie, if you knew how I was feeling. No. You think. So it's a normal thing we do. Anybody who says it's hard. Well, it can be hard. And in future, it's going to bring you more problems because you just felt like something and you can't control the feelings. Feelings must be led. We think into feelings and not the opposite way. You know, every feeling you are having is as a result of a thought you thought previously. So if you can choose to amend that feeling for tomorrow by thinking differently now. If it won't be instant, but you are investing into your tomorrow. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you need to start thinking now, you cut the communication now, it will be very difficult. Paul says in Philippians 3:13, one thing I do, forgetting. Forgetting now is an active verb because you use this there as an active verb. One thing I do, I'm forgetting. I choose. When Abena comes to mind, Abena, I won't think about you. Abena comes, I think about Kwabena. Abena comes, I think about Diana. Abena comes, I think about Kwesi. Abena comes, I think about somebody else. Eventually, it will your body. So if you tell your body, you are reaping what you sowed previously. That's why you are feeling so tight right now. But if you start thinking, if you can choose to continue that way, or you can choose to alter it. And that's up to you, really.
One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I read from your book also that I didn't know Mr. Benny Hinn got married and got divorced.
Yeah.
So this whole arranged marriage thing.
Yeah.
This thing is first of all not giving you a chance to develop a crush.
Yeah.
It's just like someone popping up. And then I'm supposed to learn to live with this person. And then I remember from the early pages of your book, the early pages of your book, it mentioned that crush is what makes loving easy. At least you have something to look forward to, or something to look at. If crush is giving you something to hold on to, and then here lies the case where his parents didn't give him that chance. But that was like a good thing because when he didn't listen to what his parents said, he ended up getting divorced. So in this kind of situation, am I supposed to go the hard way or actually find someone I can crush on or someone that I can live with? My pastor was saying that, Pastor Allen, we say that when you decide to get married, you choose the problems you can handle or live with. So in such a case, he's not choosing the problems he can handle. It's being given to him, yes. So in this case, how is this person going to cope in this situation?
Well, it comes from that whole idea of people thinking that it's a crush that sustains. You see, let's come. This is not a crush. It's not that feeling of love that sustains a marriage. Wrong.
What's your book?
That what?
Okay. Not exactly that.
Yeah, no.
Along those lines.
That love that is what sustains a marriage. No.
A crush gives you something to hold
yes,
on to.
I was talking about the advantages of a crush.
Yeah.
And I said that, it's no, you're not wrong entirely. But I was thinking that, so I was analyzing crushes and I said, what's the benefit of one of the advantages of a crush is that it gives you the requisite, and imagine that we have to do press-ups before you fall in love. The world would have expired. Nobody will be, there'll be extinct. But God is giving you one way that you can fall in love. You understand? So that was on that side of the advantages of a crush. But that is not what keeps a marriage. No. Love does not keep that love that most people think keeps a marriage is eros. The love that keeps a marriage is agape, which is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's called commitment. You understand? Now, so if it is commitment that keeps a marriage, then arranged marriages can also happen because then you say, my parents, Diana. No, I've known Diana, knowing who Diana was, how she's treated me in the past, and how she's treating me. I know I can look at Diana. If Diana says, Pastor, get me a husband. I can look at someone else and bring you somebody, knowing who Diana is. Bring it. And once she's committed to that guy, they can marry for 15,000 years. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not that feeling. Rabbi Zacharias was talking, I didn't even write that one in the book. Rabbi Zacharias told about his brother. He had dressed wearing the tuxedo. Already, I don't know if I wrote it in the book, but he was ready to tie, ready, standing in the church. They were bringing a wife from India. The wife has not even landed. When the wife lands in the airport, they are bringing her. He has not seen the wife before. Isn't that what happened with Isaac and Rebecca?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He saw the wife. Now they went into the room together. They are finished, and the marriage lasted. That's not what keeps a marriage. No, it's not. It's not the feelings. It's commitment. I have chosen. It's Valeria for life. It's not anything. I love her. It's not about feelings. When I wake up and I feel, it's still her. I don't feel, it's still her. When I have money, it's her. If it's no money, it's still her. That's what keeps a marriage, not the feelings.